Well now, isn't this a find? Let's get it inside.
A few moments earlier, a friend of mine recently bought a house in the Danish countryside, and it came with a bunch of external buildings, including a woodshed. The old owner said that whatever is in these buildings is fair game, and so my friend said there might be some things I'd need to see.
In a woodshed in the Danish countryside in winter, no less, but he was right. Because besides the neatly stacked wood, there was also this. Well, what's beneath the printer.
Some time later.
Here we are. It's been several weeks since I've brought this inside, mainly to actually allow it to dry a fair bit. And we can have a closer look at it now. This is a Lenovo ThinkCentre M series. It has a multi-DVD recorder, 2 USB ports on the front, some damage here, a cool button, and a very cooler actually button for the DVD over here. But the thing is, it's really nice that everything is very, well, it's buttony, it's pushy, it's feedbacky as it were. It is a Lenovo Intel Core i3 and has Windows 7 on it. There are issues with it, of course. The main problem being here at the back. As we can see, this is not looking good. But I guess we'll have a better sense of it once we open it up. What we do see is a shit ton of USBs, which is cool, I guess. I don't know what this is. It looks like a display port, but it can't be maybe it is. I don't know, I'll have to look this one up. More interesting is it has an old school serial port, which is I haven't seen in decades, honestly. Pretty tiny power supply, which depending on whether or not this still works, we'll see if the actual thing still functions, but that's about it for the external. Time to crack it. Apparently it's not gonna be that hard. It has this mechanism here. It doesn't mechanize that much. Was supposed to do that, I think. Oh, and also cool, it has these sort of thingies here that you can place it standing up, which is nice. So, okay, that thing is annoying. And does it have a hinge? Oh, yeah. Does it? Yeah, it actually has 2 hinges. Okay. Everything here is still fine, so that's good. Now, what do we have here? You know, for something that's been in a woodshed, it's surprisingly clean. This I haven't seen. Well, it's obviously a cooler, but this sort of trough for it I haven't actually seen, and I'm gonna have to look up and see the exact purpose of it. Otherwise, we have one nice slot of RAM that's occupied, but 3 more. This was what? It's this thing that's borked. Let's see. Oh, it's really... Oh, this actually does look like this display port. Again, I'll have to see what that is once we find out what the motherboard is. We'll look that up. Let me take a look at this potential damage. It doesn't look super bad. Doesn't look super good either. Might need some cleaning at a certain point. But just doing a quick ocular inspection of the capacitors, none of them are bumped, bloated, so that's good. Okay. Visual inspection wise seems okay. I'm not seeing the hard drive at all. Okay, judging by this surface, I think it had some sort of a covering at a certain point. There's a button here that definitely does something. I'll have to check what that does. I think it's connected to... Okay, it's one of those things. I think it may be a reset button. We'll see. We'll see once we get to know what the motherboard actually is. Yeah, well, surprisingly clean despite this problem, which I'll have to fix. Well, I'll probably just cut those out, actually, to be honest, because they're a danger to my flesh and to anything else I set it on. It's time to do some research, actually. So I'll see you in a bit.
What we have here is a Lenovo ThinkCentre M82 from 2012. It's a bit past my channel's cutoff year of 2010, but you know, beggars who find things in Danish woodsheds can't be choosers. And Wikipedia is a good place to start this sort of research. It was offered both in small form factor, which is what we have, and a tower option, which could be customized with more powerful components. As it stands, our M82 is machine type 2929 and model number BT6. And here's where we have our first research hiccup. None of the 2929 types listed in this file has the model number BT6, and none of them are Core i3s either. Wikipedia is a decent starting point, but it's usually best to expand one's research beyond it, sometimes by using the various links and references at the bottom of the page you are checking out. But this isn't such a case, since a simple Google search might help us a bit more. And to my super duper surprise, the Lenovo website still has this model in its database, and after inserting our serial number, first thing we see is that our computer is unfortunately out of warranty, alas. But it also spews its specs. So now we know we're dealing with a very low spec rig, 4 gigs of RAM and a Core i3-2130 processor with integrated graphics. It does have 500 gigs worth of storage space, at least. However, in our world of retro gaming, this is the perfect sort of representative rig for what we do. This is the kind of lost PC you can find in someone's storage area, or when thrifting or electronic dumpster diving. Now it's time to hook it up to some electricity and then to this dope period appropriate monitor I found.
Here we are. Everything is connected. This monitor, it's a Dell monitor. I haven't looked a lot into it, but what I'm interested in is that it functions, and it is functioning, and this is where I found it.
You'll remember at the start I said there were several of these external buildings, and my friend did say there's things, plural, I need to see. And there's definitely more things to be scrounged, including this monitor. If this video does well, I'll definitely look into whatever these systems right here are. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do that, and make sure to like the video so the algorithm knows as well.
It's time for the moment of, normally people would call it the moment of truth, but I'll call it the moment of nonsense. Let's see if it actually boots up. We got 2 beeps. Okay, keyboard not found, that one makes sense. System fan failure, that one's not good. Also, it's not seeing either hard drives. So it is noticing the 4 gigs of RAM, the correct processor, but none of the hard drives, and neither the system fan. And definitely I cannot hear it. And I'm pretty sure you can't hear it either. This is still good. It's still functioning. I was surprised it booted up. We need to open it up again and see if we can detect the actual issues. I opened it up. I looked a little bit on it. I actually found the schematics, let's say, for it. I'll place them here somewhere. Looking through it, I noticed this unconnected SATA. And now that I'm looking a bit more carefully, I don't think it has an actual hard drive, which would be a valid reason for it to give us the hard drive error. I'm gonna take out the CD-ROM drive just to check, because that would be funny. Can I just push it? Doesn't seem like I can just push it. Oh no, I really cannot push it like, okay, so it requires, I think you have to take off the front. Hey, it's off. And now there is actual access. Oh yeah, there's no, I don't think there's no hard drive in it. Okay, so I don't know exactly how it's fastened, because there's no screws that I can see. There is this arrow over here. Let's reference the schematics. Okay, so apparently you're supposed to push this, okay, so that you can pivot then the bay. Oh, okay, it's actually working. Jesus, this is extra overly engineered. But there we go. There's no hard drive. But now question is, where am I supposed to put the hard drive? I need to study this further.
A few hours later,
It's been a couple of hours, few of them actually, and I found out that actually I'm missing a chunk of the computer. In this region, there should have been a separate bay, it's called. It's like a special rack, basically, that would have been held by these things. Basically, that's where the hard drive, or in this case, an SSD, would have been situated in. It shouldn't have been underneath the... It actually couldn't fit here. I mean, I can see it kind of... I could make it work.
I can bring a bear down.
An SSD especially, but yeah, design-wise, it's not supposed to be underneath the optical drive. Here, you had space actually for a separate card reader sort of thing. Technically, this is where the story would normally end, but I'm not gonna let it. I have a SATA connector, which is fine. I also have a power connector, and I also happen to have a random hard drive, which honestly, I don't know if it works. So what we're gonna do next is I'll plug in this hard drive, then we'll turn it on with the hood off to see if actually the fan starts. Technically, while you could kind of place this somehow, I'm doing this to see if it's resurrectable in the future. I'll be doing this, and the next shot, I don't know if it's gonna be recorded also today. Okay, our second moment of nonsense. Yeah, let's see what we hear. Close enough. Fan started. Screen is starting. It did not beep beep. Okay, it's way better than the first try. And it seems the hard drive has a Windows on it. This is... I had no idea. This is unexpected. Let me change the frame. Okay, so the fan is properly working. That's good. And that, I think... Third. I think we have a working Woodshed computer with a super duper random hard drive. Quite unexpected. Oh yeah, by the way, I also plugged in my keyboard so that we don't get the keyboard error. The really great news is that this computer from 2012, which has spent I don't know how many, possibly years in the Woodshed, is still running moderately well as far as you have a hard drive in it. Now the problem is, it's, as we've talked about and as we've seen, the current frame isn't actually built for an old school hard drive. It's actually meant for a SSD, but even the SSD is meant to work within a rack. However, an SSD will be much lighter and much thinner. I think this might be a two-part video. The first part has been this, finding it and testing it and seeing if it will run, and if it apparently it's still running. And part two might be once I get my hands on an SSD, which I can then see if I can jury rig inside. And once I have an SSD in it, we can actually see how well this setup will actually run some retro PC games. If you want to see that, obviously let me know in the comments. Oh yeah, if you want to see more videos from me, check the video on the left of your screen right now. It's not gonna be a hardware video because this is the first one I ever make, but it's still my style. And if you want to help me out financially, maybe to get the SSD, thank you very much. There is a link to Patreon on the right of your screen. Also, if you're a GOG user, I have a GOG affiliate link in the description. I've been Steven Nonsense. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day and good luck out there.